So one of the things that people ask often of the band, including me, is like,
Sure.
make more heavy shit. How
Mm.
do you feel about that when you hear that?
I mean, we made Zombie 2, so we did
Which was
hear that.
amazing.
Thank you. Um, that was to me, that felt like a really sort of BDE move that I was a little scared to make because I was like, I know I love that record. Our other guitar player, Chris, wrote almost all the guitars on it. It's one of my favorite, records I've ever heard. And I know how precious it is to people. So knowing that, it was like really scary to kind of come in and not one up it, but like do something that can be a contemporary version of that. But I like the guys are very, very talented and they crushed it. And I'm proud of doing that. And I think that was, to me, that was a reassurance to the fan base of like, we're never going to be one thing. So even if you don't like the most current thing that came out, we're going to keep you guessing. We're always going to do something different. I think a lot of people thought Color Decay was going to be really heavy. And I was like, no, it's emotionally heavy. It's pretty, tough to listen to at times, but that doesn't mean it's what we're going to do next. And it's still more just like a time capsule, I guess, of what we're feeling in that moment.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother
It's
me though.
well, it's cool to have, I would think anyway, that it's cool to have people wanting anything from you. You know what I mean? Like the
Yes.
worst thing is that people wouldn't care.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, like that was the payback from doing the last tour that we did, and we smashed it, and it was like, man, like we really got to keep doing this because you can definitely find out this might be over.
Sure. So, do you see yourself doing this when you're, like 50 years old?
Yeah, in some capacity. I mean, I'm like 34 and I'm jumping around like a 20-year-old now still. So um I really like it. I like entertaining people. I like connecting with people. We had like a roundtable meeting before we made this record and we were like kind of like, it's so lame, but we do this stuff like put your goals on a whiteboard and then at the end see if we got them. And one thing for me was like, I just want connection with people. Like there are certain songs I sing that are very emotional to me, and feeling that in the crowd is really therapeutic for both sides. And so, yeah, that I can't imagine not wanting to do that when I'm 50. I would miss that sort of thing.
You mentioned connecting with people, which to me is kind of different from wanting attention, if that makes sense.
Mm.
Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I
Like there's
mean,
people who are addicted to attention, but that's kind of a different thing.
yeah, I think I'm an egomaniac, but I don't need attention at all times. Like I think highly of myself, but I don't crave validation, if that makes sense.
Well, I mean,
Just
if
to
all
be
you guys
honest.
wanted was validation, you would do things very differently.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I think it's like, you know, especially when someone is really being vulnerable lyrically, I do feel a sense of compelling to deliver that message effectively, like with my voice and with my songs. And so, uh, I f- I feel like the feedback directly relates to that. It's almost one to one. The more honest and raw you are there. So yeah, I guess that's part of it. I don't definitely don't need like attention or validation. I feel like that's an unnecessary evil that's part of making a business out of it. Is I run all the socials and like you literally know all the games you have to play and stuff,
Yeah.
but it doesn't bother me. It's more just a means to an end to do what I like. I don't like do it for the attention, I guess.
That's kind of how I feel too, is like I like having conversations with people and I like sharing ideas and having my ideas challenged and challenging other people's ideas and stuff. Like I don't if all I wanted was views, I would do things very differently, you know?
Oh yeah.
And I think that that's really a fundamental difference. Maybe I'm kidding myself, but I feel like being addicted to like attention and clout is a very unhealthy thing that will lead you to do a lot of shitty stuff that is probably not good for you as a human. But connecting with other people feels like a very healthy thing to me.
Oh, big time. That's why I was looking forward to this conversation. I mean, like, I think you always speak your mind honestly, and there's a really I'm the type of person that says, like, if you're getting offended by something, that means you have an issue and not the person that said something, because, that's your own insecurity manifest. I always thought it was funny when you like rib on us. Like, he's right. He's
Well,
right.
I'm glad. I appreciate you, taking it, in stride.
Yeah.
Feel free to, talk shit about me anytime you want. I'll take it too.
I got nothing bad to say. I think you're a funny guy.
I appreciate it. Well, I think that that's kind of the difference between people who have like a healthy ego and people who don't, is the ability to listen to somebody, criticizing you, or even somebody talking shit, and either let it go and just be like, I don't give a shit what that guy thinks, or to say, maybe they're right. I mean, there are people that have left me really shitty comments that, as much as it stung, I was like, they're actually right.
Yeah, valid point.
Yeah, wish you would have said it a little bit more nicely, but you weren't wrong.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I'm the type of person that um I I had a lot of friends growing up. I had a good one, but like I got ribbed pretty early. I'm not that big of a dude, so I just learned to take it on the chin and keep going. And I mean, my band is called the Devil Wears Prada. You've seen the old photos. It's like I've heard everything there is. So there's nothing someone can say now to
I
hurt
do
me.
love those old scene photos, which, I mean, obviously those are from like 2006 or something, like,
Yeah, yeah.
but it's so funny. It's so different from how the band is now, or even was like a couple years later.
Oh, it's so funny. I think sometimes, like, there was definitely guys that bothered them more than others. Like, they want to move beyond that legacy, but I'm like, I don't really care, man.
You
It's
guys should do
hilarious.
another photo shoot like that. Find some old Rocket shirts on eBay.
Yeah,
I'm serious.
yeah.
You should do that. It would be fucking amazing and hilarious. That shit would go viral. I guarantee it.
We should, yeah. Maybe I'll do that for the next tour announcement. I'll go find that. That'd be